Hey, okay, that's going. That's good. Let's go here. Do we have our image of the map? Looks like it. Very good. Alright, so this is a fairly simple mission in the sense that I've got my IP waypoint here. I have a Hilltop HQ target here. And then I have a waypoint for final and then to land. So a very short flight. But I've put a lot of AAAs. You can see lots of circles with red. And so I think it's going to be fairly challenging to hit the target and then maybe try to strike back on some of those AAAs. So really it's just another one of those practice flights with the AV-8B, trying to get better at it. With my wingman, I flew the mission that I had flown recently earlier tonight, and we flew it like well into the darkness, so I practiced flying in the dark with the AV-8B. Now we're back into like a little bit more of a daylight situation, but we'll see how it goes, and if everything goes well, maybe I'll change the time to try it like nighttime. So let's go try this flight. Shouldn't be too long a flight, so we'll see how it develops. Alright, so we're in our cockpit here, probably just rearm from those guys there. And so we can see what that looks like from the outside view. This is the plane. So what I did in terms of the armament here is I've given us on the outside pylons some rockeyes. Then in the middle pylons we have rockets. And then we have some Mark 83s, our guns, and an ECM pod. So we've got quite a lot going on there. And one of the things I realized, like yesterday I was trying to operate the radio from here, which really, to simplify things, you can do just like in the F-18 with those COM buttons. And like on COM 1 right now I have the airfield frequency, and so I can ask them for startup.
Request startup.
And you can see that they're actually responding now. Another thing I found out with the help of one of the viewers, Runa of Orm, is that there is a little button down there for nose wheel steering, like this. And then if I click on my nose wheel steering button on the stick, you'll see this here will go to high. And this allows you to taxi and turn on a dime, more or less. So let's turn off the parking brake. And then if we put this on high, you'll see that I can turn around really quickly. So I'm getting a little bit of stuttering, but just want to go to the outside view like this to show that. Pretty cool little party trick right there to turn it around really quick. There we go. And so I'll turn that switch off for now. And then maybe we can set up some of our weapons. Stores. 83, we'll want that in CCIP, and we'll want impact fuse. For the 20, we want it in CCIP. in the primary fuse. And then the rockets will be alright, so I guess we'll go with Mark 83's set first. Alright. This will put on auto, this will put on receive. And I guess we could turn the lights off, we won't need those for this flight. We're not flying in formation, we're flying all by ourselves. So no lights. Okay, so now I have to start my comms again.
Uzi 8, request takeoff.
Alright, so that's the runway right in front of us. I thought there was smoke in the field, but it's just a reflection of the canopy.
Uzi 8, request takeoff.
Make sure the flaps are to full, everything else looks good. Alright. And we're flying. So we're gonna climb to altitude, head for our first waypoint, which is about 10 miles away. So our target is in a village on a hilltop nearby here. Since we're almost there in terms of the distance, we're going to check here and switch to the next waypoint, which is our target. And so there it is. We'll switch air to ground. And then we can look, that's the village. And right in the middle of that circle should be where the building is that we want to hit. So I'll try to drop 2 bombs on that particular building. See that there's lots of indications of enemy units in that sector, so probably some trucks and infantry, and now the AAA is starting to act up, so we'll jink a little bit so that we don't get hit, hopefully. Let's stabilize this on the target, and ploop ploop.
Caution.
So we've already been hit by the AAA, but the good news is we've hit our building.
Caution.
So caution. There are some lights that lit up there. That's not really cool. But primary target hit. So I'm going to try to use the 2 remaining bombs on some of the AAA that was shooting at us. Okay, I've got indications of things there. There's something on the hilltop right in front there. Try to see if I can drop some bombs there. Yeah, he's shooting at us merrily. Boom, boom. Oh, I missed a little bit. They went long. I haven't shot like 20s in a while for this particular plane, so we'll see if I enter a dive on a target, if it's gonna help. I don't know. I can see lots of shots firing behind me. I'd like to get that guy on the hilltop because he seems to be shooting a lot of bullets at me. See if we can enter a dive, be precise. Bombs away. Looks like it hit in the right spot, but I don't know if we destroyed him or not. He's still shooting. Well, we got some rockets. Let's see if we'll have more luck with the rockets. I'm gonna try to gain some speed here because he's starting to be slow. Oh, lots of tracers going in front of me. Just still have those 2 lights. I don't know if they're serious damage or not. Hopefully not. check if my countermeasures are working. Yeah, they are. Okay, so Hilltop guy, let's go for one more run at him with the rockets. Okay, I think he hit me, but did I hit him? Oh, he hit my nose really good. He's still there, but look at my nose. I think I'm gonna have to head home now. Yes, that's not good. That's some pretty serious damage there. See if I can spot somebody on the way out, maybe. I don't know. Something there.
Caution, caution.
Oh. That was dumb. Now let's see. You see, I know who killed me there, but I didn't hit him either. So that wasn't too great. I should have just went back home with my wounded duck, but I wanted to shoot some more rockets. So look at me going down. Gonna land in the trees. Boo. Alright, so I guess that ends that mission. That's okay, we're just having fun here. So, lots of people shooting. My Mark 83s, they hit the trucks and vehicles near the building, and the building, we saw it catch fire. So that was a good hit there, but the rest was horrible. So let's go back to the editor, and just for fun, like I said, maybe we could just change the time of day to when it's getting close to having the sun go down. Maybe if I have the cover of darkness on my side, it'll work a little bit better. Who knows? So let's save the changes and try to go do it again. Okay, so it's not quite nighttime yet, but it's getting darker. Get this here, let me just recenter this thing here. I'm gonna put my parking brake while I set things up. So this stores 83 CCIP in pack, 20 CCIP primary. That looks good. So we'll start with the Mark 83s, and we can play a little bit with the gain and brightness on that screen. That looks alright. And then on this side we're gonna set our stopper. Gonna turn the lights off. There we go. Switch to channel 1.
Uzi 8, request startup. Uzi 8, request taxi to runway.
So we're gonna taxi. before I get there, I'll set that up. Set that up.
Uzi 8, request takeoff.
And there go the ATC going silent again. Give it some flaps. Going up. Flaps going up. Nozzles moving back. Flaps fully up. See, the light conditions are a little bit different this time, so maybe the enemy will feel a bit more sleepy for this one. What I'm going to try to do also is for my initial approach, not try to fly in a straight line like I did the first time. That's what got me damaged a little bit. Now the good news is that P-Jam, that's already lit up, so I'm guessing it has to do with my jammer that I'm carrying. It's the other light that happened here that was a problem. Would probably be a good idea to educate myself on what systems are damaged and what it does to the plane. Okay, so we're almost there, so let's switch waypoints. So I'm gonna fly zigzags until I get there. No wonder they're shooting at me. Look at that black smoke. I had to check. Am I dumping fuel? No, the dump are off. Alright, let's see if I can just surprise them if I dive on target now. Switching air to ground. We're on our Mark 83s. That's our village there. Plop, plop. Kaboom. So we got the HQ there. We'll go straight back up. Maybe drop a few countermeasures. Oh, now I can see some explosions there from the flak. I'm going to try to go for that Hilltop guy again. We've got 2 bombs left. The Mark 83s. So I'll try to spot him on that hilltop area there between the 2 villages. Yeah, that's him right there, I think. Bombs away. So we got some big kabooms. Do we have a fire on an enemy? Nope. Switch to rockets.
Pull up.
Any luck this time? Nope. So I think this one, I'll just let it shoot. I think it's a ZSU 57. It's like a tank. You're trying to destroy a tank with those bombs. Would probably be best if I had like laser guided bombs to actually hit it. But there is other AAA shooting at me, so let's see if I can have fun with the rock eyes on something that maybe is a little bit less robust. So we do have a lot of things shooting at me. Let's see if we can spot. Yeah, there's one. I'm gonna try to go after this guy over there. Yeah, it looks like they're having a little party down there. Of course, we'll try to jink to avoid those guys and plop plop. Let's see if those rock guys are going to hit. Oh yeah, we got something there. That is good. I like to see something on fire. Oh, but there's still somebody shooting. Well, we have rockets. Maybe we can finish him off with those. See how that will do. Still gonna shoot at me. That looked like it might have silenced them. I like this. Alright, and we still have 15 rockets or 25 rockets. Let's see what else is shooting. There's something there in front. Did that hit someone? Nope. But I see him. It's that guy who killed us first. Like the first time. And this big guy, he's still shooting at us though. I think my rockets are the heat rockets. I should have taken the just like high explosive ones. Let's see if we can be precise enough to get this guy. Yeah, we got him. Woohoo! Ooh, there's somebody shooting at us there. That is some pretty serious AAA right there. So let's see, rockets. I still have a lot. Maybe I could go for that serious guy there. The one who was on the side of the hill there. I have to be careful because he had like those 23 millimeters. Okay, so that I would say he's right there. Around that sector. Alright, we're entering in range. Let's fire everything we got. Did we get him? I think we might have gotten something. I'm not sure though. It's kind of hard to tell on this one. So since last time I went and got a little bit stupid and wanted to just keep firing at stuff with the wrong weapons, I'm gonna head home now. Maybe rearm. It's gonna be a little bit wiser of a decision. And I think I'll carry more rockets for the next flight. But the high explosive ones, because the heat ones, even against the ZSU, which is like an armored vehicle, they didn't do much. And they don't explode as much as the high explosive rockets that I normally carry. And high explosive, I think, is the way to go. So let's switch back to VTOL. I'm gonna bring my stopper back to the position there. And pretty much now we're on final. So we'll call the airfield and say we're coming in.
Uzi 8, inbound.
So they would like us to use runway 06, but we have a Harrier. We can decide to use the taxiway if we want. Okay, so let's bring the gears down, the flaps down. And we can bring the nozzles a little notch down as well. Still a bit heavy though.
Altitude, 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 altitude.
I was going to do something a bit silly like using the taxiway to land, but I'll land on the main runway 06 like I'm supposed to do, and then we'll have a better chance of survival.
Altitude, altitude,
Uzi 8, request landing.
altitude, 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 altitude. Power, power.
That wasn't super nice. Did I break something? It sounded like I did, but I think I might have damaged my landing lights and a few other things. So here's what we'll do. Okay, we're parked now, right? All nice and good. So we'll say that this one is going to the repair shop. And then I'll take an observer slot. I'll come back to my plane. And here what I'll do is I'll just go to the rearm screen. So I want to change those rockets. Okay, so let's put some high explosive rockets. Same thing here, high explosive. Oh, but now I've got the 7 rockets. No, I want the 19 rockets. Rockets. 19 rockets. And 19 rockets. And I think I'll keep the rock eyes on the tips because those did kind of okay, I'd say. And I'll lose some of my fuel because I was very heavy. Alright, that looks cool.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
So as you can see, it's getting much darker now, and it is one of the advantages of the Harrier. That little camera it's got on the nose there that's able to detect heat from targets in front. Those are the little V's that we see in the HUD. And whether it's daytime or nighttime, I can have a pretty good idea of where the targets are going to be.
Complete.
And so now they've done the refueling, they're going to put our rocket pods, and then we'll be good to go. Plum plum. While we wait for this to happen, I'm just going to turn my lights off. Come on. Where's the stopper? There it is. Click, click, click. And flaps are fully down. This is nicely set up.
Uzi 8, request startup.
So for the Mark 20s, we want them in CC-8B and with the primary fuse. I am going to turn my floodlights just a little bit so we can see what's in the cockpit. Seems okay there, and then
Uzi 8, request taxi to runway.
So that last landing when I came in, that's the problem when you're a bit too heavy and you try to land, you can't power yourself out of it, and so you hit pretty hard and you break stuff. So that's just maybe a mental note to myself to remember not to land too heavy. But now we've got our loadout we wanted. Let's go. And up we go. Gears are up, flaps coming up, one notch. Nozzles starting to move backwards. Now we're getting some speed. Flaps fully up. Rudders are centered. And so now it's significantly darker than last time we went to the target. Oh, so we can see that runway from here. At night, you can see lights pretty far. This, I think, is the fire from the building we blew up. So that's the sector where we're going. Even in the outside view, it looks pretty dark, doesn't it? So I'm going to switch to the next waypoint. So yeah, that's where the fire is. That's the area that we want to go visit. So we'll switch air to ground. We have our rock eyes armed first, so let's see if we can go cluster bomb somebody. So this, I think, is the position of one of the guys that went up on the hillside. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. The master arm, my switch on my stick was on, but not on the cockpit here. I should have double checked. So that approach was perfect, but I didn't drop any bombs. And so now they know I'm here, so they'll probably start shooting. But only if they see me. And this is where I think I might have the advantage now. I've got this infrared system that'll spot the targets for me, where I'm not sure they do have something like that. Most of the AAAs I've put are optically guided. So in such darkness, the Mark I eyeball has a bit of a harder time. So I'm going after that little V there. Bombs away. Was that a successful attack? I have my doubts. And there comes some tracers from another guy there. Switching to rockets. So maybe we'll try to go for him again with high explosives. I don't know if that'll help us. I'm not sure. There's a bunch of things there. Could try for those. At this point it's kind of hard to see what I shot at and if I got any damage, because it's nighttime. They're close to the road. Yeah, we got something there. Yeah, this one's on fire. I think I'll concentrate to the things we saw close to the road. Looks like we've got a better chance of setting those on fire. It is getting fairly dark now. I think I'll try the other one close to the road, or this one there. Let's try that. And let's not crash into the ground in total darkness. And I think we got another one. Yeah. Looks like there's a fire there. Let's not get too complacent. We see tracers coming at us. Try this one this time. Not too sure about my accuracy for this one. Yeah, it doesn't look like I hit anything there. So since it's super dark, I think I'm gonna go for that one ZSU on top of the hill close to the other big village. I'll try to empty as many rockets into him as possible and then I'll just leave. So I think he's the one that was in this area here, maybe? Yes. That would be our guy right there. So let's flood his area full of rockets. Yeah, that didn't do much anything. So I'm gonna climb here. I just want to check here on the F10 map. You see there's like a ZU-23 there with a truck. This guy is barely damaged. This guy's damaged a bit. This area I got some of my targets. I'll try this one. My bomb damage assessment is kind of hard with such darkness, so we'll head home. So switching to nav mode, switching to our last waypoint, which is the airfield. We'll go like that. Okay, let's put autopilot on like this. We'll get our stopper off. There we go. Start dumping fuel. We'll try to get light, not to have like a heavy incident like we had before. We still have quite a few rockets. I practiced doing the jettison a little bit earlier, so let's try that. I've got this, oh, yeah, these. Click, 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 click. And rocket pods are gone, and if we look at our plane now, it's got a clean configuration. Might help us to land a little bit lighter. It's a nice screenshot right there. So I'll get off the autopilots.
Caution. Caution.
We'll slow down. I am using the coastline as a visual reference because in front of us in that area is the ocean and we can't see much, so I'm using the cityscape, the skyline of the buildings and lights as like a horizon approximation. And we still have like the airfield that's gonna help us with its own lights. Speaking of airfield,
Uzi 8 inbound.
so we'll get our flaps down, gear down. Switch to VTOL. So this should be like an interesting challenge.
Uzi 8, request landing.
So I want to bring the runway between 0 and 5 degrees. And then I want to bring my flight path marker on the runway. Get my flaps fully up.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
So I actually did a better landing in almost total darkness than I did when there was still some visibility left. Those mirrors are kind of acting freaky when you see the runway lights fly by. It looks like somebody's shooting at you, so I'll just turn the mirrors off for now. Get off the runway. We'll taxi to the parking area. I think I should have actually continued there, so that's gonna be another good reason to use this.
Caution, caution,
Here we go, we turn like that, turn on a dime.
caution, 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 caution.
Yes, caution, caution. Let's go park next to the Hornet over there. Something like this, parking brakes on, and then we can have fun and
Caution,
getting the canopy open and using our lazy shutdown.
flat, failure, flat,
You can see the pilot has his night vision goggles on. I probably could have put them on. Is that the key for night vision?
caution. Fuel control,
Forget-
fuel control.
I forget what activates the... Let's see if I go with night. Nope. How about if I go NVG? NVG. Left shift N. Okay. Left shift N. Ah, yes. So I probably could have turned that on if I wanted to see a bit better. And I think there's a way to put in the HUD like a similar type of view as well. So these are all useful tools that you can have, but we didn't really need them. So let's go see on the F10 map our hilltop here. So this guy just doesn't want to die. As you can see, he's barely damaged. And then this guy got damaged to the point where I think he stopped bothering us. Here I think I had an S60, a truck, and some infantry. So the truck is still alive but barely, and we got the S60. Here I think we got a few vehicles close to the road. This one guy, we never were able to actually get him. But yeah, we took care of a lot of the stuff. I think there was another like S60 around this area. Took care of that. And of course our Hilltop HQ is just like rubble on fire right now. If I go to, let's say, this vehicle here, we'll be able to zoom out from that vehicle and see the big fire of the enemy HQ right here. So that was the main mission. The rest was just added bonus fun to destroy the AAAs and all. So yeah, that was kind of a challenge. Sometimes I put my AAAs at like the very poor skills, but I had put some of them on good and some on very good, or whatever the third of the settings are. So that's why you have to be careful when you get really close. That first time when they got my nose chewed off, it's really some places like that you don't want to hang around too much. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the little flight. Cool handout.